Alrighty then, Successful Indie Author 5-Minute Focus episode 1183. Many are called, few answer, fewer keep going. Many are called and few are chosen. That's usually a recruiting line from the United States Marine Corps. And it means that it's hard to get to the end. It's hard to get to the next step or all the way to the end. When I first enlisted in the Marine Corps in 1981, it was like 0.1% of the people would retire as an officer if you enlisted. And I made it. So I beat those odds. I made it all the way to the end by doing the right thing and getting promoted competitively, succeeding as an author. I think all human beings are storytellers, natural storytellers. They love telling stories. Now, do you answer that call and write it down? Because writing down a story is a little bit different than just telling a story. Because getting my dad to narrate stories, he would tell stories constantly throughout the day, every single day. But getting him to record a story intentionally, that changed the entire dynamic, and he just couldn't do it. So how do we get there? Well, many don't. Everyone's called to tell a story, but how many actually do get down there, type it out? And then how many people, after they get on a ways, think, oh my God, this kind of sucks. Or I lost my way. That's it for the story. I told the punchline up front and I've got no story left. Well, that happens to all the best jokes. When you first try to retell it, you get it wrong. So you got to pace yourself. Once you answer that call of, yes, I'm going to start writing, and you start writing, pace yourself. Don't try to get to the end right away, because you know what? You can't get to the end of a 60,000, 80,000 word book in a weekend. That's a little too much to ask if you've never written before. The most I've written is 22,000 words in 28 hours, and that burned me out something fierce. It also probably didn't help that I had the flu at the time I did that. But I had a deadline and I was going to meet it. So I did. Don't do that. Don't be like me. Pace yourself. We're freaks. Authors. Oh my God. Actually, professional authors. Oh, total freak land. But this is our tribe. And this is why being an introvert, or one of the new otroverts, whatever those are, as opposed to an introvert, hey, it's okay if we aren't hanging out around people. That's because small talk and other things, we just don't find any value in that, and it kind of annoys us, and it feels like we're wasting our time, and it's just not us. But you go to a conference with other authors, you don't need that. You've got on your badge, it says urban fantasy. Hey, I write urban fantasy. What do you put dragons in yours? And you have great conversations. You find new friends because you're not quagmired in the stuff that we find unimportant, irrelevant. So there's a value to the conferences for us, but you got to keep going. Hey, I've got 5 books. I've got 10 books. I've got 2 books. How many books do you have in you? Well, you got to sit down and write them out. It's the pain and the discipline and then the reward of writing books. People look at me like I'm a freak. I have over 200 books. Over 200. Who in the hell? Yeah. Over 10 years of work, though, to get that. How many people want to commit 10 years of their lives to doing something like this? Well, I write them anyway, but I really like the fact that I get paid to write them. And that's the readers keep rewarding me by buying my books. So think about everyone you've heard say that they wanted to write a book. The 1% of those who say, yes, I want to write a book, actually do. And then how many complete the book and then get it out there and then write another book? Because you know what? There's nothing that sells that last book like the next book. That's I said that. So here we go. Peace, fellow humans.